Estes eventos são essenciais para fazer networking entre colegas, porque nós precisamos de momentos de partilha para nos encontrarmos fora do ambiente académico. Quem só está na parte clínica precisa de contactar com outros colegas para partilhar ideias, para atualizar conteúdos. Portanto, estes eventos são sempre essenciais. Portanto, eu acho que o conteúdo tem sido extraordinário, porque como habitualmente a visão que se tem da osteopatia é uma visão muito dirigida ao aparelho musculoesquelético, e essa é uma visão redutora. Um osteopata consegue fazer muito mais pelo seu doente. Os temas apresentados até aqui mostram exatamente isso, portanto mostram uma abertura, uma abordagem muito mais completa. E todos os temas que eu tive a oportunidade de ver dão exatamente essa perspectiva e, portanto, com conteúdos muito relevantes para aquilo que é a prática clínica. Portanto, o modelo fluídico a mim parece-me um tema basilar para aquilo que é a nossa prática clínica.
Oh, I felt it's great. There was a very nice atmosphere. People were really interested and friendly, and I think it is a good organization. And also, it is a good moment to share ideas and knowledge.
I thought it was really good, very well held. It felt very proper to be in a hospital. I thought organisation was great, and I thought everything from the auditorium was really fabulous. Like everyone to be here, technology, the screens, everything worked really well. So very modern. It felt very, very clean.
Osteopathy is changing not because the real matter is changing, but because the environment is changing, the political asset is changing. And one thing I want to say is that one of the most dangerous enemy of osteopathy are usually the osteopaths, because they want to suit the same clothes than the doctors. They want to feel doctors, they want to be specialists, and then they lose the real roof, the real no roof, sorry, the real roots of osteopathy.
On the cusp of a big change, either all of the old history being lost or it coming back. The modern schools are all becoming more musculoskeletal, and they're losing a lot of the history. However, when I was 25 years ago, when I was studying, classical osteopathy was a few people in a little room and no one was talking about it. So those few people have grown, and now they're in Portugal, and now they're in Spain, and now they're in Japan. So I feel a lot of hope for a lot of this old stuff, old information that people are bringing forward. But I am concerned that the modern degrees or the more modern universities are narrowing the scope of osteopathy, so that a lot of those people who leave, the students, are bewildered. They don't know how to treat a patient. And unless they've come to a postgraduate course, such as here or in England, then my worry is they just won't know about classical osteopathy. They won't know about the history. So it's got potential, but it could be lost.
Yeah, we are pushing hard as the Institute, as Institute of Classical Osteopathy, and also as Italian Association of Classical Osteopathy. We are working together since a long time to promote and also preserve. And I hope that even more organizations, maybe as APOC is doing, are joining this movement to keep maintaining the genuine osteopathy.
More recently, I found when I've gone to health retreats, weekends with people from the public who are looking after their health with physical, with nutrition, with meditation, that very often those festivals or weekends have got people more interested in their own personal health than when you go to an osteopathic convention. The focus is on the patient, how we make the patient better. I found more inspiration sometimes going to a health weekend filled with yoga and meditation and cold water therapy and movement than I have done in osteopathic conferences. So I believe that we need to inspire the public.
To be patient, keep calm. Osteopathy required years of studying. Now we are in the Amazon Prime time, everything in a moment. And osteopathy is not for this. We have to study and to be patient, to wait, maybe sometimes years before to be able to perform and to understand what we are doing.
Focus on yourself in the physical, and then go back to the oldest teachings you can find, because the older the teachings, the more experience they have with a more diverse range of healthcare. So John Wernham, Maidstone, back from the books where we were talking about today, they have and they show the experience of how to look after people with chronic ill health. Nowadays, because of the litigious society, because of laws and people, it's very hard to have that experience. So we have to gain the experience from when it was shown. But the best way is to use that experience for yourself, to get on your own health journey, because that is what will prove it. So that when you then have your patients, you can take them through that health journey from your own experience.